Morning all, it's Pete Turner here. I'm a property investor and have a portfolio. I live in Sheffield in the UK, and this video is talking about my most recent project, which is my house on Doncaster Road in Barnsley. So the background of the story was I've been in property since 2008. I've had two flats previously. In 2019 I decided to really go for it with the property stuff, and I bought a house in Sheffield for 140. I flipped that house. I did BRRR on it, so I bought it, I refurbed it, I refinanced it, and I've rented that property out. It's a 3-bedroom semi-detached house in Sheffield, so that's rented for 750, and I released 30 grand back into my company bank account. So in 2020, at the beginning of 2020, I'd got 30 grand in the account. I'm looking for a new house, and I also managed to find Samuel Leeds' YouTube channel. So the reason I went for the house in Barnsley was a number of reasons. The first reason was it was only it was up for 70,000 on Rightmove. 3-bedroom terrace, quite a big size. We went round it, had a couple of issues that I'll go into later in the video, and the good thing about Barnsley was it was moving to Article 4, which is some regulation by the government and the council in the area, that it only wants a certain amount of HMOs in the area, and if you need a new HMO you have to seek planning permission for them after May the 23rd 2021. So this was like back at the beginning of 20. I found the house in June 2020. I put in the offer on the house at 67, and that was accepted. The house wasn't in brilliant condition. It had been used as a multi-let before with 4 bedrooms, and we got it in an empty state with some rising damp and a few roof issues and a couple of things to sort out. So that's kind of the backstory of the house. I wanted to buy it, refinance it, buy it, refurbish it, then refinance, and then rent it out as a new HMO before the regulations came in May 23rd 2021. So this was back in June 2020. I thought I had loads of time to get this thing done. So I bought the house at 67. So the next video that I'm going to put on in this one is to show you the state of the house when we bought it. So this was from the summer of 2020, so I'll put you onto this one. So I'm really excited about this. I just got the keys for our new what's going to be a multi-let in Barnsley. This is the roof. It's quite a nice attic conversion really. We're going to strip off all the walls, and it's got a little bit of damp up here as well that we're going to resolve. I've got the roofer coming tomorrow to sort it out, so that's quite exciting. So a nice little double room up here. It's really good. I'm really pleased with it. Central heating of course, and then downstairs. So this is the before video. And this is our bathroom. I think we're going to keep the bathroom suite. It's quite a nice shell one, with the like shell bath, and with the toilet needs new seats. And we're going to deck all this out really nice with that panelling stuff. Just turn the light off up here. Okay, so this is bedroom 3, attic room's bedroom 2, this is bedroom 3. It's not a bad size for a 3rd bedroom. I'm really pleased with it. And then, yeah, so I think it probably fit a double bed in here, which I'm quite pleased about. Mostly needs new carpet and what have you, and the walls stripping off and everything. But quite pleased with that. Turn that one off. And then this is bedroom 1, full double bedroom. Really pleased with this room. It's such a good size. and it's also got quite a nice understairs dressing cupboard type thing for storage. So that's a really nice sized bedroom, I think. So quite pleased with that one. And then downstairs we've got another big bedroom in here, lounge in here that's going to be bedroom, with a really nice fireplace, which I'm quite pleased about. Turn that fire on before we forget about it. And then through here, reception room 2, which is a big dining room type thing. So I'm quite pleased with the size of this. Doesn't look like there's any type of issues with this. And then quite a decent size kitchen as well, which has got all the cupboards above and below, excuse me, and a big combi boiler, and then there's a cellar downstairs. So that's the before video of Doncaster Road before it gets done, stripped out and sorted. Okay, so we put the offer in on the house in June 2020, and we went with the first mortgage, which with a broker, and we chose the Lending Works. For that, the broker chose the Lending Works, but because of COVID, Lending Works took 10 days between every situation or update, and they also, in the end of the process, after about 3 months, wouldn't lend to me either, for various reasons. It was a bit ridiculous, to be honest. So the broker sacked that lender, and we went with Precise. And about 6 weeks later, I think it was the end of October, we completed. So the house took from June to October to complete. So what's that? June, July, August, September, October. So it took 5 months to complete. So we started the work in November. So the builder came in, did the strip out in November, and the following video is from when the strip out happened, and when my daughter and Sam are starting to do the work to strip all the wallpaper and everything.
So we're in the loft. This has all been stripped. They just need to be taken downstairs. All the carpets out, just needs a bit of a sweep. Everything has been stripped in here. So that's that done. Yes, Sam pretending he's working.
Pretending to be working.
All this is out, all these carpets are done. This landing, we've taken all the carpets out in there. This is the bathroom. Not sure you can see everything because the light's broken. Yeah, everything's stripped and the bathroom's ready to go in here. And then this is the single room. Currently there's a lot of stuff in here because we're doing other rooms, but this has all been stripped, all the carpets out in here. Yeah, all that cubby hold's done as well. Carpets taken out on the stairs. This is the double room. Mick's hard at work.
Is it dead?
Yeah, I'm taking a video. So this has all been stripped. It's being skimmed. And then downstairs. These stairs are really pretty. So in here, it's pretty much the same really. It's all been stripped and stuff, but we're not taking the carpets out yet, because using that as a dust mat. And then this is the dining room. These walls are drying really nicely, so they'll be ready soon. Yep, so that's all drying nicely. This is the kitchen. Well, that's also drying. and then I'll go out to the garden. Oh, it smells of weed out here. I'm not sure if you can be able to see actually, but there's quite a lot of waste out here. So yeah.
Okay, so I think you'll agree that Becca and Sam and Mick did a great job of the strip out, and so just going to run over the costs of the refurb next, because that was next on the horizon. So we bought the kitchen, needed a new kitchen, so we bought the kitchen from Facebook. That cost us 500 quid. We bought it back in the summer of 2020, so it was in the garage for a while until around Christmas time, when we were ready for the kitchen to go in, and so that was 500 quid. We bought a new bathroom from Barnsley Plumbing Centre. It was about 300 quid for the whole suite, and then there was a couple of £100 worth of panelling. We bought a shower screen off Facebook. We bought the new shower off Facebook as well, so we saved some costs there. So the budgets were £2,000 on the damp proof. So the kitchen and the dining room were stripped out to about 1 metre, and then they were re-skimmed with the Sovereign tanking. That cost me £2,000. So that was the tanking, the strip off, the tanking, and the replastering from Mick cost me £2,000 for the damp, and he also did the strip out of the bathroom and the plastering of the bathroom for that, so that was £2,000, all inclusive for the plastering work for those 3 rooms. Then the bathroom cost me about £1,000, including the suite, and that's Mick's labour and the suite. The kitchen cost me £500 for the new suite and 650 quid for labour, so that was 1150. Then there was new tiles and fitting of the kitchen. Then the plastering, making good of all the walls and various other jobs cost me another couple of grand from Mick. The roofing cost me about 1,000. The Sam and Rebecca's labour cost me another 1,000. So what I'll do is I'll put on the screen the costs of the refurb just for doing the house, and then we'll talk about the furniture after that. So I'm going to be on screen now the breakdown of all the costs that we had. I think the refurb on the house cost me around 11,000, but I also had some costs for new fire doors, fitting new frames, routing out doors and hanging them, and there were some remedial costs for the fireproofing to get it up to HMO standard, smoke alarms, fire doors, all that type of stuff. So they're going to be on the screen now. Okay, so there's the cost. 11,000 was for the refurb. One thing that gave us a lot of stress during the time was the timescale for Article 4. So it was important for us to get 4 tenants in situ in the house prior to May the 23rd, and the refurb I was expecting from an offer on June 20 to actually finish the refurb by Christmas, so 3-month refurb to September, and then let it through an agency by Christmas. But unfortunately, because the house didn't complete till the end of October, the refurb took much longer than Mick expected. So when I first contracted Mick, he said 3 weeks for the full refurb and everything, but it actually took 4 months to finish. So he started in November and he finished at the end of February. So the reason that happened was that he was going to work on it full time, but because of his conflicted work, he ended up spending only 2 days at the house a week. So instead of it taking 3 weeks, it took 4 months. So we ended up at the end of Feb with the deadline in May. having to get an extra wall, because when we finished the house we hadn't realised that for HMO regulation we needed to put a corridor in between the front door and the stairs, so that the tenants could get out in a fire through the front door or the back door. So at the time, if there was the fire in the dining room and there was a lock on the front bedroom to the front door, so we had to get a new corridor built. That cost me 600 quid in order to sort out those regulations. So that put an extra £600 onto the costs of the job, but it just meant that we also had to pink board up the cellar stairs and put a new fire door on the top of the cellar. So there's a couple of extra costs there. As far as furniture, we had to buy three 4'6" double beds and one 4-foot bed for the small double. The small double's 7'10", so it's kind of classed as a single room, but it will take a double bed. And you'll see in the next video how that all turned out. So I bought 4 bedroom furniture sets. They were 200 each. That was 800, and 4 double beds. So they were averaged out at about 200. So they were another 800. Then I bought a washing machine and a fridge freezer and a microwave, kettle and toaster, so that was another 500. So I ended up spending about 2,100 on furniture. So if we say that I spent a total of 13,000 approximately on everything, so that took me from 66, which is what I ended up negotiating the price down to, plus 11 grand worth of refurb and 2 grand worth of furniture. So 67 plus 11, that's 78, plus 2 grand, that's 80 grand. So I'm in it for 80,000. So I'll put those figures on the screen as part of this, and this next video shows you the house after the refurb and the furniture. So enjoy. Hi everybody, welcome to 178 Doncaster Road, and this is pretty much 99% finished now. So this is the wall that I asked them to put in to give the front fire exit and the rear fire exit. So if you turn right through these lockable doors, you get the first room. Got these next curtains today and these new grey furniture, and yeah, it's ended up quite a nice room this. I'm quite happy with it, and quite nice with the extra chair and bit of room really in this front room. This one's 9 by 12. And they've got the hand turns on these, and then also on the front you've just got the standard handles. Okay, I'll take you through here. So this is the lounge dining room. I managed to pick these sofas and chairs up and some new curtains tonight, so it looks quite nice in here. And then through into the new kitchen. So yeah, looking pretty good in here. Got the microwave, kettle and toaster sorted. And yeah, I'm quite pleased with the way it's turned out in the front room. We could do with a couple of pictures for the walls, but it's just finishing touches now really. So we've got the first viewings on this week. Heading upstairs. Into the biggest double here. Which is nice. With the new furniture set in and the green theme. Looking good. and through into the small double. This one's still not a bad size, double bed, wardrobe and drawer set. We just need to get some curtains from here. I think we're going to go for grey in there. And then into the bathroom with the Premier Inn mirror. So pretty happy with this room, and brand new shower and everything. And then up into the loft or attic room. This is quite a nice room up here. Yeah, really nice. I quite like the grey bedroom sets as well. And yeah, quite nice up here in the attic. So yeah, that's it. 178 Doncaster Road. Ready for let now. Bye for now. Okay, there you go. So house is now finished. We finished at the end of February, and we put the wall in late Feb, early March for the HMO regs and to get it ready for letting. So we put it with the first estate agent, and it was so challenging. The agent couldn't get anybody to view it. There'd been no viewings in a week. We weren't getting any tenants at all. When I spoke to the guy at the agency, he said there's no demand, people don't want houses. Barnsley generally is just dead for houses and for tenants of HMO properties, and it was all looking really bleak. So it got to the end of April, and I was really concerned that we'd built a HMO that wasn't actually going to be able to be used as a HMO because of Article 4 coming in. So we've got 3 weeks left to get the house fully let before Article 4 comes in. So I spoke to the wife and a number of other people and started talking to Craig at G8 Property in Barnsley to see if he could help and what their demand looked like, because I was worried that there wasn't even any demand in Barnsley for people to let HMOs that didn't have en-suites. So I spoke to G8, they said there was no demand issue, they were selling rooms all the time, and that if we put the property with them, they would have 2 of the rooms let out by next week. So at the beginning of May, I made the decision to move from my first estate agent through to G8 Property, and Sam's been dealing with those rooms. She's filled all 4 of the rooms, and it's May the 12th today, in 12 days. So I'm really pleased with that. So we've kind of come from buying the house, refurbishing the house, renovating it, sorting the furniture out, sorting a new wall, through the agent, 4 new tenants. So great story so far. So I was so relieved when Sam rung last week to say that 3 tenants had moved in, because that gave me the Article 4 grandfather rights. So they've gone for 4 AST tenancy, which meets the regulations. And then, so the figures for the rentals are, because it was short notice, 2 of the rooms went for a lower amount than normal. So they went for £70 each a week, inclusive of bills, and 2 of the rooms went for £85 each. So what I'll do is I'll calculate the figures and put them on the side of the screen here. But I think the approximate gross rent a month is now £13.50. My bills are £150 for mortgage, £100 council tax, £100 a month for electric and gas, and around £50 for water and internet. So what's that? £150, £250, £300, £450 on my costs, and my gross rent is £13.50. So my net profit is £900 a month. So out of the first month rent, we've got a £200 set up from G8, and then there are various bits and pieces like blinds, curtains, door numbers, fire signs, all that type of thing. So I'll put the split at the top, and then I'll also calculate what the final return on investment was, and the gross profit for you. So that'll be in the next video. Thanks a lot. Speak to you in a minute. Okay, I've had a look at the gross rent. So room 1, we're currently renting at 70. It'll go up soon to 80. Room 2, we're currently renting for 85 a week, inclusive of bills. Room 3, we're renting for 70 a week, inclusive of bills. And room 4, we're renting for 85. So I make that £310 a week gross rent, which makes me an annual gross rent of £16,120 and a monthly gross rent of around £1,350. My bills are 150 mortgage, 100 council tax, 100 electric and gas, and £50 for water and internet. So I make my monthly bills of £400, and that gives me a gross of a net cash flow of £950 a week. So £1,350 gross rent, mortgage, council tax, bills and water comes to £400, giving me a net cash flow of £950 a week. Okay, quick edit to that last video. So my monthly gross rent is £1,350, and my bills are £400, my management is £160, and that gives me a net cash flow of £780 a month. Okay, so let's calculate the return on investment. So we want the total out in profit divided by the total in for year 1 for both. So the total in was £16,500 deposit, £12,000 refurb, £2,010 stamp, and £2,000 in fees. That makes £32,510 in year 1. Total out is a new value of £110,000. The new mortgage is £82,500. The old mortgage is £52,500. The broker fee is £500. That gives me a total pull out of £29,500. The year 1 cash flow is £9,400. If you add them together, you get £38,900, and that makes the ROI infinite, 118%. So free house and £6,000 profit. So fantastic investment really throughout the time. Pretty much £780 cash flow into the bank every month, and £6,000 out in actual profit, as well as getting my refurb and deposits and everything back. So there you go, that's the project at Doncaster Road. I hope you've enjoyed that. Please like, subscribe and comment. I think you'll find with me same thing, that it was a brilliant project and well worth doing, and free house and £780 a month rent at the end of it, and my money back out of it. So should be seeing 30,000+ back in the bank account shortly, and then we're on to the next one. So hope you've enjoyed that. It's probably time you turn around your property futures. Please like, subscribe and comment, and I'll see you on the next video. Thank you. Bye now.